Bit of mudlarking, looking on the river at low tide for anything old and interesting. Old boats. Do you know the story of King James II fleeing the Isles of Sheppey to get to mainland Kent during the French invasion? Well, you're about to find out. Well, look, it's a pipe bowl. Look, fantastic. Well, it's another clay pipe bowl. By the looks of it, you know, I've got no idea how I spot these, but they're always getting into my eyes. There we are, another plain one. Bit crusted up, this one. Well then, it seems like I have spotted a metal dish. So we're going to extract it together and see what it is. Oh. The black stinking river. Right, let's give it a little tug. What on earth is that? What is that? Should we go give it a little wash down in the river somewhere? Just over here, look. It's quite interesting. But I still don't know what it is. How odd's that? It's got a hole at the bottom there, hole in the side there. I'm not sure. Let's put it in a bit of deeper water. Do you know what? I'm not sure what that is. I'm not sure at all. It's very light. I'm sure we'll find out in the roundup later on what this could be. I think I've just found a bullet. A lead bullet. It fills it. I think that's what they are. It's definitely a bullet, I can tell you that, but I don't know which one. Well, combined within all of the shells, it's a jar. Looks like a pickle jar to me. Would have had a metal lid on it. Oh, hello, hello, hello. Are you complete? Yes, you are. Look at that little diddy toothpaste powder pot. Very nice indeed. These get smaller and smaller every time I come down here. It's either that or my hands are getting bigger and bigger. Well, I see something. And it's not that or that, but can you see it? I'll slowly go towards it. Just down there, look. Looks like it has a pattern on it as well. Oh wow, look at that. Ain't that cool? I'll show him about a little ding there, but that matter, does it? Oh, that's lovely, that pipe. Look at the design on that. Absolutely brilliant. Seems like we have an extraction down here. Will it be complete? That's the question. Oh, look at that. Oh wow. That is a small little marmalade, isn't it? Yep, I'll definitely be taking that today. I'll empty the mud in a second and put it in my bag. Yeah, that's a lovely little treat this morning. Well, look, it's a pipe just down there. No pipe bowl, complete pipe bar I should say, but yeah, that's 1700s by the looks of it. Very nice indeed. Right then, there's my little bag. Can you spot the find? Now here's a little clue. Every time I say spot the find, it's always a clay pipe. Can you see it? Over there, look. Right then, it looks like we're gonna have an extraction. Oh, oh. Now that is a lovely pipe. Is that complete? Oh wow. Oh wow, even better. It's a complete pipe. Oh, that is fantastic. Honestly, this is what I get up for early in the morning when I come out here early. Things like that. Isn't that fantastic? You can imagine a cutter. I think they call these cutter pipes. You can just imagine a shipman, you know, going down here on his barge, you know, puffing away on his pipe. Singing old pirate songs maybe. Old shipman songs. Yeah, that is fantastic. But I've also just spotted another one, I think. I really am getting the luck today. I really, really am. Oh, the pipe's busted, but that would have been a patterned one as well, look. Oh, that's a shame, isn't it? But then I can't complain, look. I just found a complete one. Take a look at that. Actually, we're going to give it a little wash off, actually. You know, we've got to show off our glory finds sometimes to ourselves, you know. Right. There's no tobacco in it, so it doesn't matter. But yeah, look, that is fantastic. I can spot another clay pipe, but can you see it? We'll walk over to it. I think it's just a bowl. Just there, look. Yep, a plain one. Lovely clay pipe bowl. Well, well, well. I'm not getting excited as I usually am. Because for some reason today, the river has decided to give me very good luck, splendid luck, on clay pipes. So let's stay calm, and before we hit that clay pipe there, which I fully well know has a design on which I don't have, what's this here? Oh look, it's a little lid, I think. Yeah, it is, it's a little lid. We'll put that down there. Right then. We're going to go down slowly. Because you remember, we're not excited over pipes. You've got to remember that. Oh my God, there's a clay pipe. Can't stand it. Look at that. It's the cricket one. I have not got that design, but I sure bloody well do now. Look at that. Absolutely brilliant, I must say. Well, it's certainly all metal round here today, look. It's a button, I believe. There's not much water around here to wash it off, but I can see stuff on it. Yeah, I can't see any. Oh, there's a puddle over there. Hang on, give me a second. Let's see if we can see. what it's got on it. I'm not sure, but there is definitely something on it. Oh! Oh, hang on. What does that say then? Oh, I bloody hate it when it gets wet. It's hard to see. I saw something right wing. Something. Oh, that does look very, very interesting though, doesn't it? Oh wow! Oh, as it's drying up, can you see that little emblem in the middle? Oh wow, this is going to clean up wonderful, hopefully. Oh, fantastic that is. Well, I really, really, really can't believe it. Another clay pipe, patterned. Just wow. Wow, wow, wow. I don't know what else to say, really. There's so many clay pipes here. Look at that. Take a look at that, eh? Fragments of the past. Broken, unfortunately. But was once a glory piece in someone's kitchen. Old little copper nail here. Love the metal bits, so definitely gonna take it. I wonder what it would have came from. Little boat or something like that. I'm afraid we're never gonna know, but yeah, lovely little nail there. Right then, I can see it's broken, but it does seem to have writing on. So let's have a look. Oh, sorry, weren't focused. Milton. What does it say the other side? I'm not so sure on the other side, but that side says Milton. Must have been a dragon claw pipe. I'm still going to take that because that's quite interesting. I spot another pipe bowl down here. Look at that one. Oh, sorry, let me get out the shadow. You like, that's a patterned one too, isn't it? Flute design. Yep, fantastic. I'll be taking that. And just down here is a bit of spongeware as well. Very nice indeed. Right then, just seen this metal thing. It looks like a claw, doesn't it? One of those boat hooks or something like that. Knock it for a sec. Oh, I've busted it. Oh, wish I didn't do that now. Anyway, it would have broke anyway, to be honest. But yeah, I think that's an old boat hook. Bit busted there though, so thank God I did break it, I suppose. Thank God it wasn't complete. Right then, we're just going to pretend that didn't happen, unfortunately. Mistakes always happen. Right then. Oh, what's this bottle here? Oh, it's an old beer bottle. Yeah, that's alright. You know, it's got, oh, pipe. Pipe. Oh, it looks like it's got a little pattern on as well. Little wash. Look. Oh, fancy that. Oh, that is very nice as well, look. Oh, I never get bored of finding these pipes. I'm very lucky to have this site very local to me. You know, it's pipe heaven. You know, you think you come here once and you get all the pipes, but when you come back again and again, there's so many more to find. It's like, where they're coming from. But yeah, every low tide, every high tide exposes something, doesn't it? Just extracted this little bottle. Looks like a sheer top to me. Right, where are we going to find some water? Right, it looks like we're going to have to remember where the trail is and give it a little wash off down in the river. Not too far away. Never know, it could have something on it. Might not have anything on it. But it could. Oh, hang on, what's this here? Oh, we'll give that a wash as well then. You know, you're just walking and you spot things, you can easily get distracted. Like a bit of pipe stem there, look. No bowl at the end though. You know, it's fair. Oh, look, pipe bowl there, look. See what I mean? Oh, it's only half of one though. You can easily get distracted. And this is why people lose their trowels. Because you don't end up going straight directly to where you want to go. Well, anyway, we've made it now, so yeah, we'll give the bottle a wash first. Oh, it's busted on the top. Oh. Never mind then. Right, where's that metal thing here? Oh, wow. That looks like it's got some formal decoration on it, doesn't it? Oh, is that a coin? You know what, I'm not sure, but it does feel like sank, so we'll have further investigation later on. Little extraction again. Oh, look. Lovely clay pipe. There, look. Let's get all that mud off. That's very nice. Looks like a camo clay pipe, doesn't it? Yeah, but that will go back to white when it's exposed out in the oxygen. Yeah, brilliant. Now, this old carriageway is called Elmley Ferry, Elmley Reach, whatever you want to call it. It goes under both names. But these two boats out in the distance, one just here and one over there, they are two World War II minesweepers. Now, after the war, the councils didn't know what to do with all these boats, so they decided just to dump them out here for the wildlife to enjoy and obviously to rot away. Now, the boat just down here is a minesweeper, and in the 70s it got burnt down by the council, Kent County Council, because people were living in it. And they didn't want people to live in the boat, so they decided to burn it down. So it looks older than it is, but it actually isn't. That one over there is older, slightly, but it's actually in better condition. I suppose because it's far out, nobody can actually get in it at high tide. I've tried. All you can see is the top, so it does get submerged. Now, this old carriageway is a very ancient carriageway, Elmley Ferry. There used to be a pub just over there, but yeah, that's gone as well now. Yeah, it's a fantastic area. It has been used since the 1700s as a ferryway, but ancient studies suggest it's been used prior to that, because King James II in 1688 actually crossed from the Isles of Sheppey, which is just over there in the distance, to mainland Kent in Sittingbourne, Merston, which is where I'm standing now, on the old ferryway, carriageway. And there's actually two masts that still stick out, where there's a winch the other side at Hartley Ferry, and it used to winch the boats in. I think it was when you know, when the tides changed. So yeah, all that remains today is this brick wall, really, to be honest. And the old hump, you know, the old hump where the boats used to, you know, drift off into. And obviously we have the River Swale there and the Swale there. Now, Whitstable's over there with Faversham that way. And then towards this way we have the Isles of Sheppey, River Thames, Medway, etc, etc, Medway towns and stuff like that. So that when the tide, you know, joins, all the sediment in fact comes in, which I've actually noticed because when I got trapped out here a few months ago. So yeah, the tide rushes in this way and it also rushes in that way at the same time. The North Sea is actually that way, but it's closer towards the Isles of Sheppey because of the bridge. I don't know if you can see it on the camera, but the King's Ferry Bridge is over there. There's actually been 2 of them in the time, but that's history for another day. So yeah, it's a fantastic site, indeed. And because of all the ancient studies, you know, of King James II fleeing the Isles of Sheppey during the French invasions, coming over the mainland Kent, imagine what was dropped off. Like, it's just incredible. I'm finding all these clay pipes today in this video. Who would know it could come from these old ferries, which I guarantee it has. Because can you imagine getting on a boat, dropping something, stormy weather? They weren't very prepared back in those times, were they? So it leaves me with no doubt saying the finds today definitely has a connection from this whole ferryway, and I can assure you that it just has. So yeah, I'm going to tell you a bit more history now on the site, so I hope you enjoy.
The old shipwrecks at Elmley Ferry, Sittingbourne, at low tide, thought to be World War II minesweepers, and the old Elmley Ferry crossing point. The ancient crossing was once used by King James II to try and escape to France in 1688. In 1688, King James II was attempting to flee England to France and was arrested at Elmley Ferry by fishermen, and apparently held at King's Hill Farm overnight in cold, wet and damp conditions, before being returned to London the following day by barge.
Elmley Reach, known as the Old Ferryway, has been around for centuries. Ferries travelled from Isle of Sheppey to mainland Kent, Sittingbourne. People used it for many things: travelling to school on the old Elmley Island, a trip out to Sheerness-on-Sea, but most importantly, King James II used it as an escape route during the French invasion of 1688. Sheerness began as a fort built in the 16th century to protect the River Medway from naval invasion. In 1665, plans were first laid by the Navy Board for Sheerness Dockyard, a facility where warships might be provisioned and repaired. The Isle of Sheppey dates back to the Bronze Age, through to the Iron Age, and then the Romans, until they left around 400 AD. Around 675, the Anglo-Saxon Queen Siaxpa founded a monastery for 77 nuns and built Minster Abbey.
This is another mystery one to me at present, and has only been found on a map from 1865. The map shows a public house called the Ferry House on the Sheppey side of the King's Ferry Bridge. Further research shows the pub was unfortunately demolished sometime in the 1960s. The census of 1871 gave the address as Merston, as did Kelly's of 1903. Now, Martha Dodd. Was she Elmley's longest resident? Among some photos found online of Elmley, there was a copy of a newspaper picture from 1938 showing who I presume to be Mrs. Martha Dodd receiving post from a postman at Elmley. I knew that the Dodd family had lived on Elmley, and Martha was born in a cottage on the Elmley Marshes in 1851. Her parents were William and Elizabeth Flood, and she was the last and youngest of their 8 children. Her father William was born across the Swale at Linstead, and her mother Elizabeth at Ospringe, and at the time of Martha's birth in 1851, her parents had been living on Elmley since 1838, with William being employed there as a shepherd. Looking at the wider expanse of Elmley today, it would be easy to imagine that all those years ago, Martha had been born into a pretty bleak landscape. But that wasn't necessarily the case. Sure, conditions in the cottages were very basic, but with numerous cottages dotted around the marshes and a row of cottages in King's Hill Farmyard itself and a church nearby, there was a modicum of social life. The Swale included an inexhaustible supply of brick earth, newly built cottages, drying sheds and kilns. It seems that the brickworks began life in the late 1840s and only lasted for around 10 years, because in 1860 a cement producing factory was built on the site. Included in the advertisement was the Ferry House pub and ferryman's cottage on the Merston side of the ferry. This 10-acre site also belonged to the Elmley estate. Anyway, despite the employment offered by this nearby industry, Martha's father remained working as a shepherd, and by 1861 the family were found to be living at Rose Cottages on the flat marsh of Kings Hill Farm. Today, only a small fragment of the building remains.
February 1953. After widespread flooding, a boatload of sheep are rescued at Windmill Creek on the Isle of Sheppey. In order to coordinate the rescue of livestock, the Navy, the Marines and the Army established a combined headquarters at New Hook Farm, Eastchurch, where amphibious vehicles are standing by. They sailed past Elmley. Before the school on the Isle of Elmley was closed in April 1921, it was believed to be the smallest public elementary school in England. The Kent Education Committee considered it uneconomical at the time and decided to hire a boat to convey the 6 remaining Elmley schoolchildren across the Swale to the Merston School near Sittingbourne. The mistress in charge was receiving a salary of £355 per annum. This photo, if you enlarge it, is taken from my Elmley collection and shows the view across the Elmley ferry from the Merston side. If you look at the vessel on the Elmley side, you will see a white square on the sea wall above it. This was a small hut painted white on the inside, and to beckon the ferryman across, the Granstons would open the hut doors to expose the white interior. Simple, but then there were no mobile phones in those days.
The Swale Wreck Mystery. Thought to be a World War II ex-Navy wooden hulked minesweeper, lies at Elmley Ferry, Merston, laying in the mud on the south mainland side of the Swale Channel. This is the hulk. You can see the pillings at the old ferry crossing. Redundant gas pipes transverse the channel with warning signs on the sheppey side. This is the stern of the ship.
There's been much debate about the wreck, which is thought to be either a 136-foot long, 270-ton British yard minesweeper, ABYMS, built in America for the USA and the UK.
The Royal Navy released 150 of the unnamed vessels, which were probably returned to the USA after war.
One went to explore with Jacques Cousteau and named Calypso.
This is the starboard side of the ship. Several people recall a pair of minesweepers stationed at Elmley. The other consideration is she's a German Navy shell boat spying on the British citizens. This is the overall starboard side of the ship. And this is of course the country recycling plant. This is Elmley Ferry Southern Buoy. The wreck. Now where is the wreck? The wreck is shown right adjacent at the Elmley Ferry, left to Cognac Creek. This is a closer view of the wreck, from a bird's eye view. Now this is the wreck at high waters. You can only see the top, as mentioned earlier in the video. Another closer view showing the wreck, said to have been inhabited for a period. The wreck was firebombed to get rid of the campers. This is the final image of the wreck for this video. Isn't it absolutely fantastic? Elmley Reach is a place for all to visit. If you haven't visited Elmley Reach at low tide, what are you doing? Get out in that mud. Well, what sits out on the mud today then? Lots of wrecks, lots of bottles, and of course lots of clay pipes. But most importantly, what you have to remember is, lonely tyres and wheelbarrows sit upon the mud. Everything goes to road now, unfortunately. Well, hello everybody, thank you for watching that video. I hope you enjoyed the history of the Elmley Ferry Reach. And yeah, and a massive thank you to the lovely people who helped me put that together. Massive thank you for that. Elmley is a lovely place, a lot of history and things, and it's a place that I always tend to go. So Yeah, now unfortunately this video is only going to be made up of 2 finds, because as you can see with the boxes, I have another expedition. Now this expedition, I help out at the local railway, as most people know, Sittingbourne and Kemsley Light Railway, and I've been asked to do an expedition for the end of season gala, which is where all the trains get steamed up and the diesels powered up. All the trains basically, you get to see them all running. So if you're interested, I will be at the Sittingbourne and Kemsley Light Railway, Kemsley Down Station, on Saturday the 30th of September between 11 and 4:45, and Sunday the 1st of October, same times. This is the gala weekend for the Sittingbourne and Kemsley Light Railway, and it's your last opportunity to see the railway up in steam before the Santa specials, and then it will be closed until April next year. This is also your last opportunity to see my finds in 2023 before I do another expedition, hopefully in 2024, but we shall see about that. It's a lot of hard work doing expeditions, as people will know, because you've got to transport all your finds, etc, etc, without them getting smashed. Yeah, it's happened before, unfortunately. I've smashed quite a few things. But yeah, if you would like to come down onto the railway, have a look at the trains, etc, I will be situated just on the outskirts of Kemsley Station, next to the coal buckets. So if anybody would like to come down and have a look, that's where I'll be. But if you'd like to find more information about it, you can visit my Facebook page at the Victorian Mudlark, or you can go on to Sittingbourne and Kemsley Light Railway's website at www.sklr.net. That is www.sklr.net for more information, departure times and ticket prices. But anyway, let's get on to the finds. So I've only got 2 on me because, as I said, I've packed up all the finds, and this video was filmed quite a few weeks ago. So as you know, we're all in autumn here in the UK right now, but the sun's come out, so woohoo, I suppose. But anyway, found this, didn't I? Now, I uploaded the clip to TikTok at the Victorian Mudlark, and people said it's some form of light fitting. So the light bulb would have gone through here, which makes sense to me. So it's probably from a flashlight, a car light, etc, etc. Maybe even a barge light, who will know. So yeah, that probably dates to, I don't know, some form in the late 1900s, I imagine. Now, one of the mystery finds of the day, which is in the thumb there, is this. Now, I didn't know what it was in the video. I thought it was a bit of junk. Of course you did, Adam, you silly plonker. But anyway, this is actually, well, we believe is a Saxon brooch. Now, I've got to be very careful how I handle this now. But yeah, I have contacted the Flow after being told to, so yeah, I've put it up on many Facebook pages, and the majority of the comments suggest that it could be a Saxon brooch, which does make sense with being the area I found it in, and of course the pattern, and of course the metal. So when I get my reply back from the Flow, I shall contact you all on a later date video regarding this. But isn't it absolutely fantastic what you can find out in the mud? Look. Looks like a bit of junk, doesn't it? So if you've enjoyed this video, please remember, like, subscribe if you're new, and please drop me a comment. What was your favourite find? Did you enjoy the history of Elmley? Let me know. And if you enjoyed the history segment in this video, please also do let me know, as I'd love to keep on doing that. Give you a bit of history on the area. You can follow me on Facebook at the Victorian Mudlark, and for all latest updates, newsletters, etc, I'll be on there. Massive thank you to my lovely Ko-fi supporters. I really do appreciate your help. But until the next time, I'll see you again very soon. and hopefully I'll see you again Saturday or Sunday at the Sittingbourne and Mudlark Railway expedition. But yeah, until next time, I'll see you again very, very soon. Bye bye.
So I said, hey, don't you wanna come and run away with me? Hey, won't you come, and say by chance, don't you want a man who fully understands, So I said,